Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing for you. Series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It is another backroom review. They do still occur, even if they're extremely infrequent. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my back room. That means that we got Peter Can Thunderbolt poster over there. We got a mask over there. We still got our good friend, the bottle of... is that Scope or Listerine? I think it's Scope. It's just hanging out up in that dresser over there. Don't you worry about it, okay? It's doing its thing. But on top of that, folks, I'm doing something else whilst all of this stuff is around me. What is that? I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And, folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be one of my, my non-point shirts. It's just got cat hair. No one tells you about that when you get the cat. It's just, oh, they're adorable, and you love them, and they're wonderful. Cat hair, just everywhere. It's my whole life. But anyway, if you are unfamiliar with the band Nonpoint, they have been around, I believe, since like either the very late 90s or very early 2000s. They kind of came up during the nu metal scene of that era, and, they achieved, some moderate success. We're never like in the upper echelon or anything like that, but they've managed to keep doing it. They've been active, ever since their formation. They've never really slowed down. I actually wasn't super familiar with them up until 2023, last year at the time I'm doing this. They went over there and they were on tour with Cold Chamber and, what was it? Cold Chamber and Guar and Butcher Babies and Mudvayne. And I decided to look them up beforehand, and I ended up really liking their stuff. I thought they were really cool. So much so, I've seen them a couple times now. I've also got videos of their performances. They're on this channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check out their stuff. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? Why is it a backroom review? Well, folks, it's a backroom review because I'm presently dealing with an ankle injury. Nothing serious, but basically just enough that, like, whoo, hamster. Hello, Aisha. My beautiful girl Aisha's over there. I'm gonna give her a little treat. Who's a little girl here? You, who's a little girl here? But, I'd pick her up and show her to you, but she's not a very sociable ham. She's more of a... See, she's already going back under. But anyway, yeah, I'm dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury. Nothing bad, but it did prompt me, like, I didn't want to go anywhere. Like, I'm just hanging around the house. So I decided to order some pizza. But from where? Well, folks, I decided to order up some pizza from, Sarpino's Pizzeria. Which I have reviewed a few things for. Just a few weeks ago, I reviewed their hot honey pizza. But this isn't that. No, folks. This is kind of a twofer, because not only is it a new pizza, but it's also a new pizza format for me with Sarpino's. It's there, and let's just take that thing out. And back thing. It's... Boom! Holy shit, it's this. Look at that. Ha 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 ha! What the fuck is this, folks? This is their limited time pizza. It's, I believe, only available this month, or at least something like that. This is their Giardiniera Bear deep dish pizza, which consists of hand-pressed dough, signature cheese blend, sliced Italian beef, hot Giardiniera, deep dish marinara, and Parmesan cheese. I didn't know that Sarpino's did deep dish, and being that I live in the Illinois area, this is also available in a more standard pizza format, but I consider, man, it's a Giardiniera pizza. That's like a Chicago staple thing, which if you're unfamiliar, it's kind of like a relish type of thing that we do, but it's like sort of spicy and everything. I knew I had to get in on this. So, let's go ahead, grab ourselves a slice, and like I said, first time ever having deep dish from Sarpino's, so let's see. Oh God, it's very juicy. It looks like that, and then I guess I'm just going to eat it over this. That was good. what, folks? That's not only respectable, that's actually downright really tasty. So, here's the thing. If you go over there, you watch my channel, you've seen my other reviews of Sarpinos. Typically, I'm not the most impressed with them. They're not horrible or anything, but they tend to be kind of lesser pizza, in my opinion. It's just kind of, they're just a little bit kind of lesser quality. But I'll, every now and again, especially for reviews, I'll try out some of their interesting stuff. This is far and away the best pizza I've had from Sarpino's, like, by miles. And I think it's just, a lot of it just has to do with that format. Like, I think in this instance it works really well. For one thing, it's actually a pretty well-constructed deep dish pizza. It's not, this isn't going to contend with, like, Lou Malnati's or Giordano's or any of, like, the real, like, Chicago staple pizzas. But in terms of deep dish pizzas that I've had from kind of like chain locations, like the more sort of fast foodish type pizza places, this is honestly probably the best one I've had. It tastes and feels like a deep dish pizza. Again, not like the best super quality, but it's very, very workable. It's got that nice layer of marinara, which is actually really tasty. The cheese is really good. And I think that this format works so well because, like, it's putting those ingredients kind of at the forefront, and as long as they're halfway decent, it kind of helps make up for some of the deficiencies that often can be associated with Sarpino's, in my opinion. The main flavor at the forefront is the Giardiniera, which is, it's a nice, like, kind of spicy veg flavor. Gives it almost something like, kind of a Mediterranean-ish kind of vibe. But it's, like, it's proper. I'm genuinely surprised at how good it is. And how much at the forefront it is. Even the marinara, that's good marinara sauce. Like, and the Giardiniera's got a genuine spice to it. It has a nice spicy kick. It's not crazy spicy, but, like, it's proper spicy. Sarpino's needs to focus on deep dish. Because, honestly, I think they're way better at it than they are their normal pizzas. But no, like, it's got a lot of bold flavor. The flavors themselves taste really nice. And it does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be going over there and highlighting that Giardiniera flavor. That's exactly what it's doing. That's at the forefront of the flavor. And again, it's the format is done properly and the flavors are well represented. The only thing I would say, for me, this would be my major critique, I would like more Italian sausage. I get that it's not an Italian sauce. The Giardiniera is, again, that forefront. But I think that if they'd gone over there and had a little bit more Italian sausage, because you do get it here and there, I think if they'd had that, it would have, not only would it have gone over there and just played really well with everything, just giving it that nice extra meatiness, but at the same time, I think it just would have gone over there, would have really kind of hammered home, just like, this is Chicago. This is, because that's clearly what they're trying to do. They're trying to make a Chicago-style pizza. And I think that for the most part, they succeeded. Like, that's genuinely tasty and really good. Like, that's not good by Sarpino standards. That's actually pretty damn good pizza. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. This is like I think this is the first time this has ever happened where I've had 2 yeses in a row, because when I did their hot honey pizza review, I was willing to go over there. I actually said, that one was pretty good, and I was willing to give it to them. This is way better. It just, in every capacity. Even though I did like their hot honey, this, I think, is just way better, and I would get it again. Now, here's the thing. Would I get it over you know, again, like those staple places, Lou Malnati's and what have you, no. You know, if I wanted like super proper deep dish, I have other places that I could hit up and be more impressed with. But this, for being what it is, yeah, man, like I can't fault it. You know, and again, it's just little things, really. And for me, that, you know, it does deserve a fair amount of credit. And I could see myself maybe on occasion getting it again. If I'm recommending it to somebody, I think it's one of those things where it's like, look, if if you're like a heavy, you know, deep dish person, you're like huge into it, this probably isn't going to be something you need to interact with. And by that same same token, if you're somebody who've never had deep dish, I wouldn't say let this be your first experience. Again, I just think there are other places, especially in Illinois, that are just going to be that much better. But if it's something where, for whatever reason, you know, maybe it's just location-wise, you know, maybe you only have Sarpino's nearby, or maybe you have a coupon or some shit or whatever, it is a little bit situational, but this is a good pizza from Sarpino's. And I do think that it's one of those things where it's like, you know, yeah, man, if you want some deep dish and, you know, for whatever reason you're just thinking Sarpino's, go for it. Genuinely, it gets pretty much almost my full endorsement. Again, just the only thing it doesn't is like in light of better pizzas, you know. So, but I'm impressed. You impressed me, Sarpino's. I like that. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly proper deep dish-tastic pizza rest of your life, because damn, there we go. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important that we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, I think if this video, for me, it really highlights what I've been saying, you know, for years now through the show. Don't always be so quick to judge. You know, be willing to go over there and give second chances and stuff like that. Because if you would have told me how impressed I would be with their pizza, I would not have believed you. Genuinely. Because it's like, even at their best, I've never been, like, wowed by them. They're just, you know, they're okay. They're fine. But it's like this, yeah, okay. And I think that, like I said, you know, you don't have to give places infinite chances or anything. But I do feel like a lot of times people, they go over there and they kind of tail off a bit too quickly. And, you know, again, everybody has a bad day. Sometimes, you know, it can just be the location. I've had that happen a number of times. You know, but yeah, just give places opportunities, and people too, within reason. Anyway,